just approaching his celebration. I just wanted to share that information with you because he's missed already. So we definitely want to put that information out there. And also, uh, have y'all seen what's going on over there at that school district? Now, I told y'all what was going to happen. Now, that lady over there getting investigated about that $61,000, they done made her the president again. Now, the teachers done did a wildcat strike allegedly or something. A bunch of them walked out. And poor little Michael Clack, he trying to figure out what's going on and trying to bust it down. And he frazzled and uh he seems to feel like, the whole world is on his shoulders. Well, he got a president. What is she saying? She looked Joe Cool at the meeting. Uh like I said, when they were going outside of the organizational chart and the chart wasn't being voted on, and remember them contracts that I told you guys never came before. And remember when I told you they ran Carrie Zakelski off, the financial person, and that's probably why Tish Wolf, who was also taking care of financials, left, because she's telling them that you don't have the money to do certain things, and they're around there making it rain. Okay, so now it's time to put the proof in the pudding, and clearly something's going wrong because these teachers want their money. But anyway, like I said, all I can say was Miss Sharice Lee, when she came into the district, she had she was a HR person. Okay. She knew contract law. She was certified through the MASB, Michigan Association of School Boards, which is where we got her from. Okay. And some people in our district got her fired from that job because they were mad because she wouldn't go along with the sham. She was telling us the truth. And Miss Carrie Zakelski told us 3 years ago that and Joyce Ellis McNeil and Laura McIntyre, right before all those shenanigans popped off, she told us that if we did not right size the district right then, that we would lose the district. They had Pierce open with less than 100 students. Why? So now here it is. They talking about they can't pay the teachers. Well, whatever. That's somebody else's problem. But I'm praying for the district. I'm hoping that these babies can continue to get an education. But what it looks like is, remember those board members that was running. We're gonna work with the partners and the partners, and watch how the partners come take your district when you go under. Watch how they count you out and give you their backside to kiss. I'm gonna see if the partners be kissing up to you like you kissing up to them. I know one thing, them teachers want their money. Anyway, I'm done with that. So now I got to talk about the UAW because I told y'all about that new guy who's in charge. For so that special attrition package, which is the $50,000 when you retire. Guess how many people get to get it? 2% of the people in your building, in your plant. So in my building, that's 9 people and 2 skilled tradesmen. Now, here's the problem. It's people with 76 seniority that ain't going to be able to get the money. Oh, and let me mention that cost of living that they got for us. And they was wearing shirts that say, we eat the rich. Well, let me tell you, our cost of living. Now, when I hired in back in 96, my cost of living, I think, was $1.06 when I came in. Well, I got a note saying my cost of living is 12 cents an hour now. I'm trying to figure out how the cost of living allowance was more in 96 than it is in 2023 because I know stuff ain't cheaper now than it was then. 2024, right. Sorry. Thank you, Mickey. I know stuff is not cheaper now than it was then. But anyway, I don't know what kind of formula that he used. You would have thought they would at least use the old formula that we know used to work. But anyway, I ain't in on that. But I just wanted to say that. And those people, remember I was telling y'all about them layoffs? Oh, yeah, they happening. All those, see, we supposed to be united. But low seniority thought they going to get 100 and some percent raise. No, what they going to get is laid off. Okay? And then what the people in the middle are going to get is overworked because you ain't really picking up no people. That's somebody else's problem. But I just wanted to say, while these people are on Facebook every Friday and blah, the working class people need representation. Okay, the working class people need it is people in there that have 40 plus years that are not eligible for the special attrition payout to retire. It is people with 76 seniority. 1976 is their hiring end date. That's what that means. Whose name is on page number 2 at the bottom. Okay? So now, I guess you got to have 50, 60 years to be in that top 9. But good afternoon from Dallas. But that's so in my mind, from what I'm seeing, we got a raise, but we should have been gotten a raise. We took concessions over the last God knows how many years. So, but our raise is stretched out over the life of the contract. You owe me this money from almost a decade ago or so. And why I gotta wait 3-4 years to get it? So, hey, people vote for who they vote for. They get caught up in their feelings. They this, they ism, they this, they that. They don't like her. That's they auntie, cousin, mama, friend. Used to meet them at the mailbox. So they vote. All this kind of nonsense is killing us as a working class people in this capitalistic behavior, thinking you're going to be included. If you're watching this show, you're probably not going to be included unless you're looking to stop me from progressing. That would be the only reason somebody that's rich would be watching this show. But anyway, hi Lumi, Gutter Black, Tia Harris, Melissa, Eunice. Hi, how y'all doing today? Flint Caskets, hello. Jeff Catlett. And I don't know, I lost my co-pilot. Michael Clack was here with me. I got some stuff going on. Yep, I did get some help. I still have a few more things to do, but I've got my plan moving right along wonderfully. Hi, Kermit. Or is that Kemet? Y'all know I ain't got these glasses on. Like Kemet. Is that Kirnet or KM? Anyway, hello to you, Miss Lyons. Okay, I went to the eye doctor the other day. Tanya Jones, hi. Clack hopped off the plane for a minute. Yep, that's why I went on and hey, Miss Eunice. That's why I went on and acted like that. Hey, Miss Sonia. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hello, Miss Sarah. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for tuning in with us. If you're tuning in on the 810 News Media Group network side on Facebook and on YouTube, we thank you for supporting us. We really do. If you are on the 1420 Gospel side, thank you for listening in. And there's a lot going on for the YouTube and Facebook side. Mr. Mays' funeral. I don't know if you caught that. Hey Kathleen, I don't know if you caught that, but Mr. Mays' funeral is scheduled for March the 23rd. There will be like a public viewing or a viewing of the body that Friday prior to that. So that would be not this Saturday, not tomorrow, but next Saturday, March 23rd, the 22nd and 23rd, they will be having services for Mr. Mays. So and then March 23rd is my birthday. I am so tired of getting my birthday plans fleeced by these politics and things. Because y'all know I was at the school board and had a situation jump off on my birthday, and I had some good plans going, and I end up in an emergency meeting and all dragged all off into some nonsense. So anyway, now, but I'm going to be saying goodbye to a mentor. Somebody who taught me the ropes and taught me how to stand alone if necessary, and told me why it was important to stand alone. Sometimes. And sometimes you have to compromise and work with the people, and deal with the lesser of the two evils. Sometimes there is no win. And I guess that's some of the harsh realities that I'm dealing with around here in Flint. I also want to talk about before we get off the 1420 AM side. Oh yeah, we still ain't got them pipe replacements finished yet, huh? 2 terms in, over 90% done when the last administration left. And 2 terms in, we still couldn't get the pipe replacement done yet. So are we still in a water crisis? Okay. Am I in a water crisis? Are you charging me this water bill? Are we paying for this water and we're still in a water crisis? See, this is what I'm saying. And now, and this is what made me mad about them fake leaders that we had prior to. Because Karen Weaver couldn't make a move without y'all crucifying her. She had to be an expert on pipe replacement. If she did anything wrong, Kate Fields and them, they had their undies all in a little wide. Well, Kate Fields, you don't still love your community. We still in a water crisis. Why y'all ain't riding down on nobody? Y'all don't care no more because y'all ain't holding a position. The community is still being done a disservice. You know, and I'm looking at some of my ethics and accountability board members who were involved in the water crisis situation. You know, I heard the attorneys and stuff got paid. Well, what about the victims? What about the pipe replacement? Hi, Mr. Chris Caleb. How are you? You know, what about all that though? Well, you know, let me see. He has been out so long. Will he be able to be show, Mr. Max? I think he will. I think I'm not exactly sure, you know, how this source is stacking up. But from what I'm hearing, ear to the street now, ear to the street, that it will be a open casket. So, and I'm finna get Easter Sunday shop. I got to go hunt me, track me down and get up. You know, they don't make clothes like they used to. I used to love to shop. I used to own a boutique, in case y'all didn't know. This is me boutique on Clio Road. What inspired that is I was a shopaholic. And after I did that, now I hate shopping. But I got to take some time out because I got to get sugar shop for my boy. uh y'all is called Easter egg body. Ooh, y'all is called Chrissy monologues. Oh, Quincy he got to match the monologues from last. I don't know what he gonna do. I don't know what's gonna go on with the city council. Our city is in just total disarray. So, and I'm sorry, 1420. I'm over here reading the comments on the A10 News Media Group, but we have a lot of things going on in Flint. But what we don't have is solid representation for the people. That's why it's so devastating to lose Mr. Mays because, like I said, Mr. Mays was a catalyst for equality and for the whole community, the entire city. He loved Flint. He loved the first ward best, but he loved Flint. He loved Michigan State. He loved Flint Northern. Okay. Uh, and some other stuff that we'll talk about while I reminisce on losing Mr. Mays. Also, just so much is going on. And so I want to take this time to remember him in that way. Mr. Mays will be talking so much smack right now. Man, they going on and on about the councilman, and I'm dead and gone, and they fighting over my body. I'm big time. I'm. What you think about that? What you think about that, Miss McIntosh? Ethics and accountability board member. What you think about? Man, he would be talking so much mess. I'm big time. I can hear him right now. I'm tripping off them. I'm tripping. That was his word. He tripping. Uh, hello, no name. Uh, yes, we do miss him already. Yeah, he would be done. They fighting over me like that. Oh, he would. He'd be clowning. Like, oh, he would be. And Lord, I can't wait to see what this homegoing celebration will be like because one thing I do know is that my brother was a believer. So through it all because he lived a controversial life, okay? And he died a controversial death. You know, and then I think through it all though, he chose his life. He chose to be a fighter. He chose to stand up for us. He chose to stick his neck out for us. But when you're dead and gone, to be disrespected, disregarded, um, and maybe it's out of love. I don't know, because that's a family affair and I won't touch that. But It's hurtful to know he served like that in all of this. He in death, there still was no peace for him. But I do want to say, as a believer, you know that it's peace with the Lord. So, you know, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. When you know God and you've accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. I ain't gonna get to preaching to y'all, but with that part of his departure, I feel all right. I feel all right. But I've taken a loss on this side because you know I didn't worry about, and even though they were hard on him, and I know it took a toll on him, I didn't worry about my councilman making bad decisions on my behalf. I knew that he was going to put me first. That's a good feeling, especially living here in Flint, going through what all we've gone through. And on the 1420 side, I'd like to say good night if I have not already been cut off. I think I may have lost them and lost track. So until next time, peace to the 1420 side. So anyway, you know, is Clack leaving? Did I lose my co-pilot?
I'll ride in with
you. Is he out there?
He's still out there on the phone.
Oh, he out there. Mr. Clack got some 911 411 drama. So anywho,
I got something for you.
Drop it on me. Because we can talk about it.
How do you feel about, I was at a meeting in the first ward today.
Okay.
At the church.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Well, y'all was basically getting told that the 5, you know, well, the council people, well, we know it's going to be a 5, gonna vote somebody in that seat. Right. How do you feel about
that? The fact that I get to run in an election if I am not selected is comforting. We know how those 5 votes go. I don't see myself as a favorite. You know, anything is possible, but I just don't see that happening. And they need that first ward seat to continue to move their agenda because they got some people on recall and they don't know how those seats are gonna go. So this is some deep this is heavy politics. This is deep mess. Cause right now they counting votes.
Oh, I cut the mic off.
Okay. Because right now they count votes and some people even stacking decks. You know, some people is trying to figure out how they can pull the sham.
You putting your name in there too.
I am. I went down there and filled out my paperwork today, but
Monday is the deadline at 5 o'clock.
Right. But I didn't feel confident in the process in which I used today because I emailed my resume and then I did a little handwritten letter of interest. You know, because I don't know what made me think it was an fill out an application because that's what we did for the school board, filled out an application and, you know, submitted whatever your form. That wasn't the process. So this was a little different. So when I get off of, the show today, I got my laptop with me. I'm going to go ahead and log on and do something electronically so I can also have that because I don't want to miss that opportunity to represent my community and to ultimately have my voice heard in more than one way because in order to be a council person you live in that ward. So not only am I representing my neighbors and my community, I'm representing myself. You know, I actually live in the ward in which I would represent.
You see how they said it, not you got to be able to get in this race.
Yes.
You got to be in the old ward.
Yeah.
The voter, basically, you got to be, and if they ain't red lined you out.
Well,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like what because I you know, I was down recording. I was trying to listen to what Davina said. I'm like, you know, basically she's saying we let her get away without asking about because she did say I don't want to touch too much into it because she did say because James Cochran was there. Cochran, he was like, why you ain't swear in Shasta? You know, that bud lady. So I can't say it now, but I could talk to you know inside, but we let her slip out without even getting the hat.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, but when
because the administration don't want her because she ain't down there in their offices grinning in their face and selling us out, but she don't have to because it looks like to me, and I'm just gonna say what I feel. You got Buzz, you got ethics and accountability board members that every time they vote for something at the table, it look like they run to the ops and get some defense to counter what they voted for. Because every time we come to this table, you know, every stop, every obstacle to prevent what you voted for from moving forward, but you don't know nothing to move forward what you're voting for, to help this office in which you swore in to be dedicated to.
Yes,
you can never help this off. And Mr. King said he had the P card, then he said he didn't have the P card. I don't know. And then you only supposed to stay in a year. Now he done stayed in a year and a half, and now he got to have something in writing to get out to sea. See, all these old Donald Trump strong arm BS. You can have your way today and represent the one that want to play their way. Ain't nobody got time for that. Do that at home.
I never seen nothing like this. I ain't trying to cut you off, but
no, you're welcome.
It's something that Winters did say, and I was truly against it. And this don't stand for all the brothers. Let me.
Oh, hey, it's cool.
Stand for, but I do kind of see where the men are. You saying the women really, doing the standing up, because I can't believe Joe King.
Oh man,
him being a veteran for
Oh man. Well, one thing about it, when it get hot for him, he get to, well, no, I said this, and he get to pretending like his Alzheimer's kicking in. But when he laying them plays down, he thorough like a Harlem Globetrotter out on the wood. Okay, when he. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get her all instated and we going to fight this and we go. Then he come back and it's always, and I'm going to say this, Miss Young, like I said, I'm going to say this. Like I told y'all, Clive Davis and Bad Boy Records is the reason, and the Illuminati is the reason why this whole ship is going to hell. Let's just face it. You vote for something at the table. They voted for Miss Shaxter too. Right. Now, they ain't fighting for her. They come back with all this defense for the opposition. Well, like I said, we determined the job description, but we got to pass something and get it approved by somebody and jump through some hoops to change the job description that we in charge of. Yes, and somebody's legal opinion that we ain't even sure if it's a legal opinion, because this is what it's supposed to be based off of. We don't know where this came from for real, because when did we vote on it?
And this will give me, when do you compare a judge opinion to a lawyer opinion? When they were trying to say the Supreme Court, they it's like
whichever way it works best for them, that's the route we taking. Okay,
and it's crazy.
It's ridiculous, but I'm gonna say this to the public, okay? And I don't, because I I'm gonna say this to the public, to all of us as voters. I'm gonna say this before November comes, because Donald Trump looked like he might get back on the ballot with everything he done. January 6th, people died. He was the leader. He did nothing. He could have made a phone call. He did nothing to stop that. He said he'd like to be a dictator, and he loved Hitler, Putin, and Kim Jong-un. We got black men voting for him. First of all, we got to learn to love ourselves. They don't want you unless they pimping you out. Okay, and I'm going to say this to my brothers, because I love you. Keep thinking you're going to be accepted. That's why when you go to Hollywood, they put you in a dress. Okay? All these men that got this money that you think is wonderful, that you may look at and say, ooh, he got it made. Got to wear dresses and put lipstick on their lips and be women by night to get their contracts through, okay? They got to play my position. That's why we can't get no black men, because they getting all pimped out in society and then mad at black women. We too strong. We're what's that they like to use now? Alpha female. Well, I have to be an alpha female. Hell, you going to prison, you won't work. And I'm not down in all black men. I'm just saying the load that the black women has had to carry, even because of what you said politically. Even when lives are on the line, who had to sit on the bus? Rosa Parks. Okay.
But what I mean by that, and I think that's one of the greatest tricks that's been played, to put the man and the woman against each other. But you got to understand, when you saying the men's was going to jail, who you think wrote that law? That 94 crime bill. Carol.
I'm reading. You say what? The crime bill.
Okay. Who you think wrote the crime bill? Your buddy, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
94. You got to understand.
Well,
why you think if he is, I don't know who gonna win, but if he is able to win, can we say the Democrats blew this election? Because what did they give us?
Well, let me say
would
this. Well, see, this is what we got to realize because we always talk about what the Democrats didn't give us. What did the Republicans allow them to give you? Because when they try to give you something, just like they just tried to do immigration reform. Well, the Republicans want to attach immigration reform to dropping some charges against Trump. And what that got to do with immigration? See, this is how the This is how the Republicans play ball. And then they act like Joe Biden. Let me tell you what Joe Biden gave you. He gave you ARPA funds that your Democratic mayor pimped us out of. He gave you ESSER funds to your public school, $94 million. $94 million Joe Biden gave your Flint Public School District. What they do with it? Not you, Michael Clack. Don't take it personal. I was there too at the time. We voted on Northwestern Stadium getting fixed 1,000 times. It ain't fixed yet. $94 million came to the district. They wouldn't even get them babies some jerseys and an after-school bus.
So I know that the point I was making.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Joe gave us all that.
But what I'm saying is you can't tell the difference. I'll give you another example. You can't really tell the difference between the Democrat and the Republican to me personally. Well, if you go look at all the systems if you go look how we really get, are we better today than we was yesterday?
I am. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but when Trump was in there, I was catching him.
But that's what I'm just saying.
Is my mic on?
Oh, okay. I mean, Joe, let me say this about Joe Biden, because I don't want nobody to think that I just been in love with Joe Biden. I realize that Joe Biden has made some mistakes. Kamala too. Okay. Let me say this about politics and being a minority. You will not make it rain on the black. Y'all see how they did Obama? They wouldn't even let him appoint one Supreme Court justice person, one judge. Well, my point is, but they let Donald Trump get in there. He's signing his name to everything. He don't even know what he's signing. Just, I'm going to veto that. I'm going to overthrow that. He ain't getting no permission slip signed. And with all he done, with the January 6th, with the grabbing women by the cat, with the taking campaign funds and spending it on his broads, with all the stroking these dictators.
No, because I'm saying, when we hear about Kamala Harris, all you gotta do is go ask the people in the Bay Area how they feel about her.
They don't like her.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The point that I was saying.
Well, you can't live it down. When you do something wrong, you can't live it down. We can't. Wait, let me say this. We can't. Let me say this. Right. When Democrats do something wrong, we can't live it down. But when Republicans drown New Orleans, they can come back. When Donald Trump do an insurrection on January 6th, he can get back on the ballot. So it ain't just Democrats are held to a different standard.
They do that to themselves because
they don't make all the super right choices.
What I'm saying is, listen, believe me, I'm not.
I got you.
I'm not saying I'm voting for Republican.
No, I got what you're saying. They could be better.
Yeah, because you got to remember, when you're looking at it, we tend to forget with the Democrats. You forget the Dixiecrats. Yeah, we always tend to that they part of the Democratic Party. What you thought Joe Manchin was?
Well, I understand that. You got some good Republicans, some bad Republicans, some good Democrats, some bad Democrats. And there's some Democrats that ain't for black people, but they still Democrats. It's some Republicans that ain't for because look at the Hispanic people.
You got to think doing what was it? The voting act, the voting right. What was it?
Shout out to my Republican brother Trevor Berryhill.
Nah, that's right.
When they did it. Just think when what was his name? The president, Lyndon Johnson.
Lyndon Baines
Johnson. When they did the Voting Rights Act, a lot of them Republicans. Them Republicans. They switched.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's when the Democrats turned to Republicans and the Republicans turned to Democrats.
Because started to claim was
the Democrats. And who was it that wrote the Emancipation Proclamation?
Now, I agree.
He was a Republican.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
I agree with Benta. I agree that we do need to be independent, but when we try that, we'll get our voice drowned out completely, is my fear. I wish we could be strong enough to build our own. I think looking back on yesterday and today's society, I think segregation was some of the worst stuff we could have done because we had our own. at first. You know, it was like Oklahoma City. Okay, them people had planes. They was doctors, lawyers, this, that.
Yeah,
But
Black Wall Street.
yes,
But that, yeah, no
but
doubt,
they,
no doubt.
but it's a certain group of people in America that ain't gonna let us have nothing. They ain't gonna let us be nothing but low life. Because when we great here, they come to take your greatness. And the ones that will support us, is just ain't enough for them to overthrow the Donald Trumps. Because you got to realize it's more people that are not talented than there are talented people. And then you put hardships and special training. See, the slaves got a little boost after slavery because they were skilled labor.
Right.
Okay. See, people don't, and that's why they took trades out to public schools. They don't need you knowing how to build no houses and be running around here building communities and putting roofs on old lady houses for the low, and now they can't beat them out their property on the tax side because they had to choose between their roof and Michael Clack. You had some stuff you wanted to get a lot of. Let me see, a lot of black men went to Harvard, so he need to stop. Yeah, a lot of black men went to Harvard. Well, you know, people are going to Scott Sambo has in the Republican. Well, you know, people are going to, and I'm not against people going to Harvard. I think it take all kinds. I think if you are a black person and you can excel and you can perform on the level that Harvard offers, and they push you to that. But if that's what you want for yourself,
but why? You know why we got HBCU?
Well, I understand that. You know, I'm an advocate for.
That's what I'm saying. But you know,
J State in the house.
But I'm saying,
what?
Pipe that little shit down.
Y'all, you can go on.
Texas Southern University.
I like Texas Southern too.
Norfolk State University.
I like
I'm a product of two HBCUs.
I like
but
you
got a little bit too. You got a little bit too.
When you talk about Jackson State, I'm gonna get. That's just how J State do. You say Jackson State, we get the percolating.
What's the name of that little chatty band y'all got?
Oh, the Sonic Mega Boom that just performed at the Super Bowl.
It ain't no Mega Boom.
Them other HBCUs wish they bands was that chatty to perform with Ursher.
For one, your drum line ain't hitting on Norfolk State, and your band ain't hitting on nothing. Your band ain't hitting on the Ocean of Soul.
Whatever. The Ocean of Soul is good.
On God, they is.
They ain't no Sonic Boom.
On God, they is.
Can go to their college, so we have
right. We had to, yeah.
So the underfunded, this whole.
But this is what you got to understand about HBCUs, though. White people founded those.
I know that.
So did Texas Southern, though.
So I ain't mad about it. Thank you, sir. You offered me. I got a wonderful education. It taught me to stand strong as an independent black woman.
But this makes sense right here.
Love for the HBCUs.
What he say?
The uncommitted vote in Michigan made an impact for Gaza. Why not something similar for black folks right here? Because we don't know how we couldn't get together to do that. Now that uncommitted, that hurted the Democratic Party when Joe Biden came here. You know what I'm saying? The American Air vote. Like that's what I'm saying. We don't see stuff like how other communities see it. Like this ain't no don't get me wrong, and this not me saying nothing against what's going on.
No. Speak on it. We gotta have these conversations.
What about when the police been killing us?
Oh yeah,
we've been doing this on national TV. But you know what we gonna do? We'll go right back and vote Democrat. We'll have our election season coming up now. You finna have these churches finna be flooded with politicians. Finna tell you what they gonna. All the promises you gonna get. They've been promising.
This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say to Flint. Stop letting these people that don't pay you no attention to this election time come in here and promise you the moon, the stars, the suns, and the mountains. Okay. Now, if Mickey been here, see, that's another thing we have a tendency to do. People, and that's what get done to us. Let me tell you what's happening to us right now. When we was broke, Eric Mays and BB and all of them, they could have the bag. Nah, that all these millions roll into the city. Suddenly they both have these untimely deaths. All the boards is janky. The school board, Joyce Ellis McNeil, the superintendent, and Laura McIntyre admitted on YouTube to giving away $61,000 illegally. They have not been picked up or any of that. So when you got this kind of stuff going on, because if it was me, they'd have been come pick me up that same night. See, that's why I don't get in on that. So if they ever tell you that there's a lie, because I know soon I still annihilated. They had a whole attorney general, Department of Justice thing, the feds, the FBI, the CIA, grandmamas against stealing. All of them will be looking for me. Okay.
I mean, if you just look at council, like when I was at in your ward that meeting today, when they said we can't break the charter, and it was residents from the first ward said it's like
break it. We could break it a little bit, but we can't break it a lot of bit.
No, they can't break the one not putting nobody in Eric May's seat within 30 days.
Right.
She said they can't break that, but you can get candy, and this ain't no.
But you cannot put Machette on the ballot. When you were supposed to put her on the ballot, she supposed to got voted into that seat after so long, to my understanding. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm hearing.
But that's what it did. It says when you look, it says you in 30 to 90 days, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like, but really, what Davina basically said, she admitted today that they don't have no power. Like she said, I can tell council, but that don't mean they gonna do nothing. It's like basically the ombudsman office and the clerk, to me, are held powerless. They're not able to do the job that they're supposed to.
Well, let me tell you something. The Ethics and Accountability Board, in my opinion, they ain't trying to do nothing but running interference for somebody just trying to stop this process from moving forward. Because like I said, we were supposed to send a letter to Mr. Edwards back around the holiday time. I ain't heard nothing else about it, and I get so mad.
How was it the third month of the year and y'all ain't had elections for positions yet?
Wait a minute. Oh, they gonna put because they now we've been after a year voting for new officials. Now, since Mr. King in there, and he liked that seat so he could talk all day and don't say nothing. Now, we gonna put something in writing. Mr. King, you ain't been had nothing in writing. You've been doing it like that. That's what the what is that? And Robert Rules say, or whatever, everything else, everybody vote every year. All of a sudden, he coming up with something new. And guess who's ready to support it? The Illuminati. Definitely Biggie. Okay, because Biggie got his ARPA funds.
Man, I'm trying.
Y'all know who that is. Biggie got his ARPA funds. Lil' Kim got her money off that water crisis. Okay, and then nobody get prosecuted. Ain't nobody get prosecuted from the water crisis, and ain't nobody get paid but the attorneys. And now them same people is your mayor and sitting in these powerful. The mayor said the water wasn't even poison. Maybe that's why he ain't fixing the pipes. I just figured it out. That's why he ain't fixing the pipes. He never believed water was poison. Remember, it tastes fresh to him.
Nah, Jay, nah.
Okay, the woman in Flint is the only one can be.
That's how you spell it. I'm on that. Nah. N-I-E. I'm on it. In my Carol voice. Nah.
Extra juicy, not just big juicy, extra juicy.
Okay, I just came in here and I'm gonna jump out the goddamn
Go ahead.
plane.
Didn't you have something you want? Michael Clack. I know it, Michael Clack. You said you because it's 38 now. We don't never heat up to the last 10 minutes of the show.
So
what is it that got you?
Why ain't nobody tell me that somebody spoke my name out in the open yesterday? Why ain't nobody tell me? Nah. Why ain't nobody tell me? I had to find out through the grapevine.
Well, first of all, sweetheart, when don't nobody tell you, it's not important.
Right.
No, that's cool. And I'm looking. Okay. I try my best to be positive about a whole lot of stuff. I'm cussing. I'm sorry. It's Friday. No, it's Friday. I try my best to keep my name out of a whole bunch of stuff as much as I can, even though right now it's a whole lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people mad at me right now. But what I don't like, I'm trying to pick and choose my words.
Just say it.
What I don't like is is when I hear that my name has been spoken about and then the stuff be not true or it not be put in the right context. I know I can't control everybody's thoughts. I know I can't. I'm gonna look at the camera. I know I can't control everybody's thoughts, and I know I can't control everybody's narrative. But what I can control is my truth and what really happened. because I'm
They
not.
say what was said.
I don't know. I haven't exactly heard, but actually, thank you, Melissa, because
Hey,
you and one other person. Thanks, Terrence, because y'all were two people that actually spoke up for me, and I appreciate that. Um,
Please don't tell
good
me this
evening,
who I
Bobby.
think it is.
I don't understand why my name has been brought up in a previous state representative run by a certain activist. You know what I mean? That brought me up by name,
Brother Dewan.
right? When the situation is
Mickey's a mess pot.
so, like it's like
spit it out. Mickey say spit it out. We on the air.
so we got 20 minutes left. I'm gonna take a quick 5 of them 20
You
and
take
tell
how many you need, baby.
I'm just gonna take 5 and I'm gonna clear up I'm gonna tell you word for word, minute for minute, hour for hour, exactly what happened. Now, it can be
the president of Black Lives Matter of Flint, Janelle. I'm just Janelle. I'm just telling you.
Right. Because we talking about it.
He this. I don't watch none of his stuff no more. He keep tagging me in this shit. I was talking about it this morning. Like I didn't got a headache from it. He didn't diss me, and I ain't even said nothing about the brother.
now I'm gonna be straight honest. And I know it might be some smoke in the streets after this.
Oh,
but at the end of the
smoke.
day, I ain't running from no smoke. I ain't copping no pleas, and I ain't running from nobody.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is just me. Like I don't like to get out of character, but this just me. Y'all don't know me, but this is just me. So what I'm gonna say is 3 years ago, or was it 2 years ago, whenever the last state representative thing came, I got a call from I ain't gonna, from it
You
was
got a call. You got a
I
call.
got a call. I got a call.
Okay.
And Mick, y'all know who the call was from. And the call. I'll never forget. I was standing in my mom's living room. The call was, "Hey, would you consider running for state representative?" And I'm like, "What? I ain't, I got my ass whooped. That's exactly what I said. Like, I got chewed up the last time I ran. I'm not thinking that you know what I'm saying. I've done enough in the community at this point. You know what I'm saying to throw my name back out there. So I'm like, I don't know if I should go ahead and do that again. You know what I'm saying? I need to solidify a couple things before I jump out here and run for state representative again. And so the word was, well, we had reached out to Dewan, and Dewan hasn't solidified anything. He hasn't said for sure that he's going to run. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me. My first thing was, well, shit. Let me ask my mama. Let me talk to my dad. Let me pray about it. Let me, you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Let me see. This ain't just
pray
something that
about
you
it.
just jump off into. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like you gotta get your shit together. So what they suggested is that I go to Dewan's office and we have a man-to-man and we talk about what was gonna happen.
Right.
And right at this time, it was some things going on personally in my life that I needed to take care of.
Right.
So I go to his office and we talking. We in there about 3 hours. At about 2.5 hour mark, I'm like, man, we in here bullshit, man. Like, let me. So what you gonna do, man? I'm down here for a reason. This is you know what I'm saying. Like I'm down here. You know why I'm here. You know what I'm saying. We done shook and jive for all this time. What we gonna do? You want to run? Because I done got hyped up. You know what I'm saying. I done prayed. I done. You know what I'm saying. I done done what I done done. Whatever. I'm hyped up. I want to do it. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
So he like, well, yeah, I'm ready to do it too. Well, I'm like, shit, I didn't waste my time. Let me go ahead and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was Mother Deloney, we had a meeting at Mother Deloney's office. It was me, Dewan, a few people whose names I can't say because out of respect for their jobs, for what they do. But Mother Deloney, Dr. Weaver, Mr. Gilchrist, Elizabeth Taylor. This is my first time meeting Miss Taylor. Pastor Threlkel. Excuse me. Who else was in that meeting? It was a bunch of elders. And basically what happened was we sat in that room and they wanted us to bring people to the table to have us to support us. And the people that was in that meeting was going to decide who was going to run for the state rep position and who they were going to put all their resources behind.
Right.
Well, what happened was I couldn't find anybody to go with me because everybody that I asked was like, well, who you running against? Who's the other person? And I'm like, and I'm telling them and they're like, man, hell no, man, you ain't got no business doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so It's like it was hard for me to find somebody to go with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I ended up having my girlfriend went, and who else went with me to support me? Oh, and there's one other person that whose name I can't mention. And I reached out to, I reached out to a lot of people. I've reached out to, Omar Sims. I reached out to, a lot of people. And they was like, that's who you running against? And it's like, um, no, I'm not going to go down there. Like,
Well, is that because they felt like you couldn't beat him? He had
no,
the
it's because
juice,
they felt like that he didn't have the
ability to beat you.
He really shouldn't have been running at that point. But that's not
Right.
that's not my
Your
issue.
decision to
My
make. That's
issue
his
was
decision.
my decision was I'm trying to find somebody to support me at this
Right,
meeting.
right.
So anyway, we go down there, and the thing was we have to sell ourselves to these people, and we talking about what we got going on and what we so we talking about what's going on, or we selling ourselves to this group of elders, and the one went first, and then I went, and the people that ended up coming down there to support him ended up switching to support me.
Oh man.
And so the decision was made.
Mad at you.
The decision was made that I was going to run for state representative. Now, at the time, this was when Haley, my daughter, had an internship she was just about to get an internship with Congressman Kilde's office in Detroit. In DC. I'm sorry. So I had to pay $3,500 for her rent. I had to pay $3,500 for her rent. Now, what was going to happen was I had accumulated a fine because of $8,500 due to the first run for state rep, because the person who I had doing my finances didn't complete no reports. I didn't know nothing about that stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
So you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't know nothing about
up.
no financial reports. I just got you, this dude over here. I know he can hustle. I know he can turn a dollar into something. You know what I'm saying? So put him on the we gonna put you on. We gonna put you as a treasurer.
Squeeze that 15 cent, make it
yeah.
grow.
So I didn't know nothing about no financial reports. I ain't know nothing about no quarterly reports. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I got me somebody that could turn a nothing into something. You know what I'm saying? We go turn the phone to a baby and turn that boy to it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bet. So I accumulated a $8,500 fine with the state of Michigan. So as I told y'all, I was in this office in this room talking to Dewan for 3 hours, and I told him, like, look, I gotta pay this fine. I gotta pay, you know what I'm saying, Haley's rent for the summer at this apartment building. You know what I'm saying? And it's in DC. The school ain't paying for this internship for the rent. They paying for the, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I gotta pay for the rent. So if I sell now here's the thing. Anybody if we got 123 people that's watching here right now. Anybody that really know me know I've had a motorcycle since, at one or two, at sometimes maybe three. I've had motorcycles, from a Harley to any type of crotch rocket. I've been known to do wheelies up and down the highway and all that type of crazy stuff. That's me. You know what I mean? Like, that's the other part of me. Now, what I said was, bro, if I sell this motorcycle, because it's already been said that the people want me to run for the office. So if I sell this motorcycle, I forgot this part of the deal. The deal was the other person who the elders don't, who the elders don't pick, the person who they pick to run for the office got to take them to the office as they chief of staff.
Okay.
And so
that's a good deal.
So so that was the deal.
Right.
And so everything was cool. We left there. No, I ended up. I had a Harley. I had a, anybody know Harleys? It wasn't the newest Harley, but I had a big ass rim in the front and a big ass rim in the back, and I rode my shit proud. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of these type. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So I ended up selling my Harley for $8,500. That's less than what I bought it for. I just had to pay off a fine that I knew I needed some money right then. So I could have got $20,000 for my Harley, but I didn't have the time to get that 20.
Right.
So I sold it for what I needed. And it went the next day. The day I put it up there, I put it up there on that Friday. That after the meeting, I went home. Jumped on Marketplace. I put it up there on Marketplace. It went that Saturday morning. It was gone. $8,500. I went straight from there that Monday morning and went to the state of Michigan, the state building, and went down there and paid my fine. Had to borrow some money from my mama to pay Haley's tuition. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
and I mean Haley's room and board in DC. I'm sorry, I'm hurrying. So we get to we come back and I get a call from Mother Loney one day. I'm in the grocery store. She say, Mr. Clack, I've been hearing some unrest. And I'm like, what you mean? Surely it's nothing on my end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't done anything. I haven't spoken to anybody. Nobody knows about
What's
this
going
agreement.
on?
Nobody
Right.
know about this. I haven't said anything to anybody.
Right.
Well, we get to the thing. I'm sorry. I go down there. I go down to the county building and I file my paperwork. This is how I found out who Trevor Berryhill is. You know what I'm saying? So I pay my fine with the people, and then I say, well, who all has filed their paperwork to run for state rep? And the lady said, well, there's a Trevor Berryhill, and I'm like, man, who Trevor Berryhill? Who was that? Then they say Cynthia Neely, and I'm like, of course. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I know I expected her to file. Then they say DeJuan Robinson. I said, what? He done already filed the paperwork to run?
DeJuan say he don't care what the elders say.
He had filed a month before.
Oh, okay.
So if he had just been straight up with me and said I didn't already filed the paperwork, I wouldn't have sold my damn motorcycle. Or even if I did sell my motorcycle, I would have had the time to wait to sell it for more money than what I did sell it for. Right. So I sold my shit and I told man to man, father to father, I told him everything I had going on. And I'm expecting everything to be 100. Everything was not 100. I was 100. He was 22. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling him I gotta pay my baby stuff. I gotta pay this fine. Right. Didn't know if he would have said I had already filed my, filed the run for the office, I would not have moved.
And you would have got your 20
or at least my 15.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I would have moved a little bit differently. So the moral of the story is it didn't happen like how it was portrayed that I can't believe you and Mike Clack ran against me. No, the story was Mike Clack got a call and was asked by certain elders to come down there and do that because somebody didn't say fully and completely that I'm going to run and I already filed the paperwork. If you know how my man moves and you know how he talks, it's a whole lot of we gotta strategize, to mobilize, to improvise, to you know what I'm saying, to strategize, to you know what I'm saying, and it's not really a whole lot of, and that's why the elders chose me because when I went down there, I had a plan. I said, this is what I want to do for the city of Flint, for the 70th district. This is what's going on. It wasn't a whole lot of, and this ain't a shot. This is the truth. I can't stand when people come out here and then they call me by name and don't tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth is what it is.
And I've been, you know what? I still keep my peace and don't say nothing.
Right.
Brother then took shots at me left to right.
I don't take no shots at nobody.
I thought it was over with. I'm like, I'm done because it ain't making no sense to keep going back and forth. It's really silly. I done moved on.
Right.
But like I said, I'm gonna stand behind the family. Like I said, I stand behind you or her. When y'all say something, y'all part 18, I'm gonna ride with y'all. Winter said allegedly, but he always call everyone out. He don't never just say.
I can.
Well, let me say this.
I can get even deeper than that, and I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna stop where we at right now because I'm gonna stop where we at because that's not the end of the story. That's all I'm willing to share at this point. But if it keep on going on, I'm trying not to go there. I was quiet for 2 years. Clack don't do all that bullshit. Clack don't get into that. Don't say Clack name and don't say the truth about the matter. Don't do that to me.
My only thing with him, man, don't just tell a story to make you look good. I get sick when I hear, because I get sick when I hear CSV when I get told about it. If you go, oh Mickey, I met him from shooting soft point. I get it. It was a joke. That's what you call yourself. You didn't meet me from that. Let's just be honest. I know why I walked away like everybody else. I was told why I was going. I don't get caught up in my feelings when I see him go do stuff. I'll be laughing. It's just like. If somebody say something, he talk about everybody.
Well, let me say this, guys.
Y'all can get, and I'm sorry, Carol, but you can go on my Facebook page. Back when George Floyd, we Black Lives Mattering. We know justice, no peace, and I'm right there next to him. I'm painting BLM on the floor. I mean, on the street right down there in front of Soggy Bottoms. I'm in Owasso, Michigan, Black Lives Mattering. I'm in Lansing, Michigan, Black Lives Mattering. I'm everywhere. Now, listen, I'm not finna go into that. I'm gonna just say we gonna leave it where it's at. It's not. Don't do that to me, bro.
And that's something I've been saying. I don't even want to put it out there. Let's just do it. I went this way. You doing your thing still popping. You see,
at the Capitol with the gun at the black and brown gun at the gun
They
rally.
was trying
Say
to
I
let
wasn't
it.
there with my
Oh,
guns
here
on.
they go.
Say I wasn't there. Say we weren't there.
Not tell me how nasty I'm not. I let brother. I bring brother Roberts on here to come on and talk to do something. I bring brother Roberts. If brother Roberts wouldn't have to come over here if you was really handling your business over there. But I don't even want to get off into that.
I don't either.
Be like, why I'm bringing you over here when your man over here, but this so-called one of the leaders in the community.
Well,
I don't either.
Let me say this
Go
to
ahead,
you guys.
sister, go ahead.
Let me say this to you guys, because you guys, the skin is usually a little tougher than this. So this guy is really getting to you fellas, because y'all don't
He ain't getting to me. I
fuss
just like that. I come
But
with
let me
facts. I
say
straighten
this.
shit
Let
out.
me say this to you guys. So this is somebody that you were loosely dealing with, doing
Wasn't no
business with or
loosely with me.
working
It was
with.
tightly with
Okay,
me.
so y'all was
We were
tight.
tightly.
Okay, so let me say this. Ain't no need, because you can't change everybody.
Okay.
When people are how they are, and some people are in your life for a season. Okay, some people are only in your life for a season, and that season could be great, and then all of a sudden, from then on out, it's rain and thunderstorms and tsunamis after that forevermore. So take that little glimpse of sunshine. Okay, I ain't gonna trip with you. I'm gonna let you do that over there. Me myself, I don't know what he said, but I think with all the Clack has going on, and with all you got going on, going to these meetings, he's probably only saying you guys' names because you guys are relevant right now. I mean, if you guys were so cool, then clearly he know you some all right dudes, because at one point you guys were all right. Sometimes
this is some bullshit that Clack don't even need. This stuff happened. It's over with. Why bring this up? And we can go right on my Facebook and you can see all of this.
Because you're on the school board, because you're running for state representative, because you're relevant, because you're strong, because you're a positive black man. They ain't going for it, is they you? Because y'all, I mean, hey.
No, I'm just being honest. And
I understand what y'all saying.
Be honest.
I don't even.
Me and Rich wasn't even talking. Now y'all know how me and Rich was. Even me and Tim, we was all going at each other. But I'll give them two brothers this. Them brothers, when they did Rich called in, gave us. Terrence did the same thing. Terrence even text. That's why I said I commend them brothers, because they did it. Like, man, DeWine, we didn't see each other at council. Man, it's so crazy, because it's like, dude, this is we see each other. You could have, if you really wanted to, you know what I'm saying? We could have, anything could have been said to each other.
But he probably really don't want to.
And we ain't got no beef. That's why I'm just saying.
He probably ain't got no beef with y'all. Some things is just for likes. Y'all got to understand. Some folks need some likes. I ain't want to come out, so I was trying to be. Who was that? Who was that? Said they ain't trying to hear that again. I was trying to be diplomatic. Miss Eunice, I was trying to be. Some people need some likes. I didn't want to say it. And Mr. DeWine, I don't even know you. I don't want no problems. Because I got. Lord, Mr. DeWine.
Hey, look, if we gonna leave it this ain't no diss. I don't be doing no dissing. I'm telling you what's going on. If you don't believe it, check my Facebook. Go back 2-3 years and check my Facebook. Check my Facebook.
I was there recording, but I'm gonna tell you what I was told. Some of the same people when I got there said, "Hey, you ain't the first crew that came." It's things, but I don't get off into that. I'm like, we moved on. I get it. Right. I get it. He get mad because on certain things gotta get reported. I just look at it like, man, it's crazy that I gotta see this a lie. Because it ain't me. If you was mad at me and Winters, keep it at me and Winters.
See, but y'all got to stay
focused. Everybody else.
I ain't said my man name. Listen, I ain't did.
Y'all, so you ain't got to, and I'm not calling him. See, y'all gonna get me in trouble with. Let me tell y'all something. When people got some stink on them, or they pissed off at you, I mean, you could be sugar and spice and everything. Now, Mickey think he's something because he's sugar and spice. Some people just, because your stuff on and theirs off. Because maybe your girl too thick in the thighs. Maybe your bankroll too big. Maybe you got too many thumbs up. Maybe your roster getting too tight. Maybe you got too many scholars.
Man, that shit got me mad, bro.
I know. And see, this my thing with this whole situation with both of y'all.
That got me mad.
Now, Mick, but you got bigger fish to fry. Right. I need you to come on back. Come on out the light.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Look, no. This
shit,
what's going on.
oh,
We not.
Lord.
Look, I'm gonna tell you. Like we're not gonna talk about why Mike Clack did this because I'm gonna say exactly what I said in that meeting. I ain't gonna say everything because it might get me in trouble. But I'm gonna say this. When my man said, I supported you when you ran for this. And I said, what kind of support? What's your definition of support? If you ask him and he say something different, he lying. What support?
That's right. Winters, he getting what he want for free. Airtime.
That's okay. That's all right. It don't even matter. The shit need to be put out there. Don't come after me like that because I'm coming with facts. The fact of the matter is, no, the thing was, I said,
we ain't did no open lines. We ain't talking about
the other shows. They about to be coming in and they outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm finna. I said, what do you mean support? What is support? I did this. I said, no. Support is when you drive somebody to Lansing in your car and don't get no gas money for it while we Black Lives Mattering. That was my car that we rode in. When you drive somebody to Owasso and we Black Lives Mattering and we standing behind you like you the motherfucking excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But we stand behind you like you Farrakhan and we just what the dudes in the back, the NOI. Well, like, and then you get off the stage and say, I'm DeJuan Robertson, Black Lives Matter, and you forget the people that drove you down there. You don't say nothing about the people that got you down there. We Black Lives Mattering too. We following your dream. We following your leadership. But no, you don't say nothing about them. No, you the one.
We always wake up when it's time to get off.
I'm so mad. No, I ain't got mad no, man. Like no.
Clack 45 minutes to heat up.
In this show because other people is
okay.
outside.
We got to go. They got see there. We get thrown off. All right. This has been a community conversation. Me and Clack gonna start on our own in the car so we can be ready to rock and roll. Thank you for kicking with us. We appreciate you. Love somebody, love somebody else. This is a community conversation. See you next Friday at 5 o'clock here on 810 News Media Group, YouTube as well, 1420 AM radio. I'm your host, Carol, and this is my co-host,
Madman.
Madman.
Angry man.
Upset man.
Mike Clack, man. I'm sorry, y'all, man. I ain't gonna be like this.
Peace, family.
Man.